Greetings, Internet, YouTubers, children of all ages. It is I, your unemployed superhero, Matty Clark, coming to you live from the Music Conservatory with Max the Wonder Dog at my feet, licking my hands. How you doing, Max? Max the Wonder Dog. There's Max the Wonder Dog. Live for the Music Conservatory in Castle de Clark with Max the Wonder Dog and the mighty JP100D over my shoulder. It is I, Matty Clark. It is, what, 29th of October, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon to be exact, quarter after 4. If you're in Europe, that's a quarter after 4. That was a joke, by the way. Anywho, it's Saturday, day 23 of my exile from employment. Haven't taken a shower today because it's one of those days. I didn't get much sleep last night for some reason. I don't know why. My insomnia kicked in. I spent like all night watching episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation that I have lying around the house. Don't ask me why. I just could not sleep for the life of me. There's nothing going on. I was not playing college football. That's all I'm doing today is watching college football and hanging with Max the Wonder Dog. I'm normally at my brother's house today. My sister-in-law works for a bank, and where I used to work, Waterloo, Iowa, which is that way, about a half an hour. Right next door to Waterloo, Iowa, I mean literally, you can drive 3 blocks and go from Waterloo to a town called Cedar Falls, Iowa. They're kind of, what did you call them? Sister, brother town, whatever you want to call it. Towns. Cedar Falls, Iowa is the home of a 4-year university called the University of Northern Iowa. It used to be a teaching school, taught teachers. Now it teaches everything. I actually went there for about a year, quite a few years ago. That's another story I'll tell you about. I got terrified of getting a student loan. Now that I'm 40 years old, I look back and go, what an idiot, but what can you do? Anyway, UNI they have a football team called the UNI Panthers. Kurt Warner came from UNI. David Johnson, who plays for the Arizona Cardinals today, came from UNI. There have been quite a few actual pro players that have come from UNI. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's quite a few. But Max the Wonder Dog. And they're playing North Dakota State, which, if you don't know anything about college football, they're kind of like the juggernaut of UNI is part of what's called FCS. They're a step below the big football like Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa, team I root for. They're just below them in what is called FCS. Division 1. 1A would be your Alabama's, Ohio State. Anyway, North Dakota State has won their championship 5 years in a row. They beat Iowa this year. And UNI is having a down year, so it's probably going to get very ugly very quick. But her bank is having a bank night at UNI, University of Iowa, UNI. I've actually applied for a couple of jobs there, actually. My nephew and my brother are actually at that game right now. I'm sure they're just thrilled to be there, too. Tailgating. We're not very... good fart. We're not very social people. Yeah, I just farted on camera for you. You can't smell it either. It's fantastic. You love your own vintage. Anyway. I even offended Max the Wonder Dog. Anyway, we're not very social people. Me and my family. So I'm sure they're loving it. I wouldn't want to be there. Not for a pregame. I don't drink. Neither does my brother or my nephew. So a lot of times, tailgating, they call it in America. If you're not from America, they call it tailgating. And tailgating involves lots of alcohol before you go see an amateur sport. Go figure that one out. Not that I'm against drinking. Do whatever. I'm actually one of those people who's pro everything. Drugs, alcohol, prostitution. Legalize all of it. I give a shit. My personal... If you're going to talk politics, let's talk politics. My personal political belief system is, as long as what you're doing doesn't affect me at all. If you want to get drunk in your house, if you want to take drugs, and I don't care what drugs they are, cocaine, heroin, whatever, in your house, knock yourself out. I care less. It's not going to affect me. As long as it's in your house. Now, if you want to go somewhere and do drugs and do alcohol, that's different. That's in public. That can affect me. You could drive and kill me in a car accident. You could offend somebody racially, or offend somebody whatever, when you're drunk or on drugs. When you're in public, it's different because you're in public. But as long as you're inside of your home, on your property, and you don't leave your property, do whatever the hell you want. I could care less. Homosexuals, couldn't care less. Doesn't bother me at all. They want to get married, go crazy. Doesn't bother me at all. America is a very... it's funny because Americans get very agitated when you bring up other religions and other religions' zealotry, like really, really hardcore Muslims, fundamentalist Muslims, the jihad Muslims. By the way, if you're Muslim, I don't care. Be any religion you want. As long as you don't tell me about it, and you don't try to force your religious beliefs on me. I could care less. If you're inside of a church or a mosque, practice any religion you want. Just don't come to my house and expect me to practice your religion. I don't believe in that. I believe in doing whatever you want to yourself, as long as it doesn't affect me. Some people call it libertarian. I call it Matthewism. Anyway, I find it funny in America, we're very uptight about religious zealotry, yet if you look at America for the most part, a lot of America was founded on religious zealotry. Protestantism, the first few pilgrims that came to America came here because they were being persecuted in their homeland for their religious beliefs. Central part of the United States, between the mountain ranges, between the Appalachians and the Rocky Mountains, the Great Plains, if you will, is a very religious place. Even here in Iowa is fairly religious. And a lot of those people are zealots themselves. And, you know, homosexuality, drug use, prostitution, there's quite a knee-jerk reaction to it because of our religious past. Something I don't share. I could care less. You want to hire a prostitute and you're in your home or in a hotel or a whorehouse, house of ill repute, knock yourself out. I could care. I'm not going to hire a prostitute because, quite frankly, I have the sex drive of a dead rhinoceros. I don't care anymore. Really, I don't. So So yeah, do whatever you want. I could care less. As long as it doesn't affect me. If as long as you're not in the middle of the street pounding away at a prostitute, bare ass naked, I could care less. I don't want to watch you do it. We got pornography for that. But yeah, that's what I find amusing too. Pornography is legal in America. It is a $1 billion a year industry, yet nobody watches it. That's the best part. But there's billions in prostitution going on in America right now, which, if you think about it, is basically prostitution, because men and women are being paid to have sex on camera. It's legal to photograph yourself having sex and pay each other from the profits of people watching you have sex. But it's illegal to pay somebody to have sex with you. I never understood that one. But that's our religious background. That's America's Puritan religious background, which there's a lot of it still in this country. If you run for president of this country, you have to have a religious tinge to your personality, or else you will not get elected president. I don't believe Donald Trump is religious in the slightest. But he has to appeal to evangelicals in order to get elected president, if he even wants to get elected president. I find that amazing. That anybody who's trying to be president of this country, they have to be religious in some way, or else they will not get elected. But that's politics. That's another amusing thing too. I was watching a show on the internet the other day, Young Turks, and it occurred to me that in 3 months, give or take, President Obama and myself will have something in common. We'll both be unemployed. Hopefully I'll have a job by then, but even the Prez loses his job from time to time. And it still amazes me that Americans transition power. If anything, the rest of the world should look at America and wonder about, in awe of, is the fact that we can completely transfer the power of our government from one group to another and do it for the most part peacefully. That is something I think a lot of countries, if they're going to take anything from America, take that from us. Capitalism, we can debate about. How we do our politics in America, we can definitely debate about. But I do think it's amazing that all these years later, we still transfer power peacefully. And I still think we're united. As divided a people as we are, and we are divided, it's hard to find two Americans from different parts of the country that agree on anything. But if 9/11 showed the world anything, if you fuck with America, we will unite. And we will be a singular people. I find that amazing for how different we are. We will unite and fight if someone were to attack us. I do find that slightly amazing. Not, hugely amazing, but for as diverse a people as we are, that's something to marvel at. Well, I've rambled on for about 15 minutes now. It's Saturday. Not much is going on. I'm going to go finish my homework and watch some more football. You guys have a good Saturday, and I will do something tomorrow. Not sure how long it'll be, and we'll go from there. So, this is me signing off from the Music Conservatory. Me and the Wonder Dog. Max the Wonder Dog. Gonna go watch some college football, right? Watch some college football. He loves college football. He's a big college football We're going to watch some football, do some homework, and I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Max. Bye. I'm going to do bed. Bye. Yeah, turn. You got to look in the camera. You got to look in the camera. You're a horrible sidekick. I'm going to go. I'm going to bye. I'm going to go do dog things. See you later. Take it easy. Stay sexy, San Diego. I'm out.